Hi everyone, this is meowmurai. Let's check out Lords of the Fallen 2023 running on PC. Now this is version 1.5, which features a lot of new features that weren't available in the original release.
Though fear of his terrible power endured.
Not that we're going to use any of those, but it's nice to see that they're there.
So was formed the hallowed sentinels. Our duty being to stand vigil for signs of his return. Even exile to another realm could not silence the fallen god forever. And in time, Adyr's malignant influence pervaded the world once more. In his hunger for vengeance, Adyr orchestrated the return of his demonic army. Light was swallowed by shadow, and with it, hope. A new, grim champion arises. The Dark Crusaders. And perhaps it will indeed come to pass that only they who shun the light in order to fight the darkness possess the power to defy a god.
Alright, Lords of the Fallen 2023. A reboot of the franchise, which was only one game deep. It's such a weird decision to keep just the same title. I guess they didn't want to file a patent for another game. Alright, so these are my settings. We are using DLSS balanced. And some things are set to ultra, some things are set to high. I have turned off motion blur, film grain, and chromatic aberration because those are stupid things to include in the game. Normal sort of, you know what, actually we're going to go ahead and turn the camera shake off. It's super annoying. We are not playing multiplayer, although if you want to play multiplayer, it is built into the game. So, yeah, let's see. Ages pass, distorting self-delusion into faith, with few obtaining the revelations they so desperately seek. In a conflict between the divine, are mortals mere pawns? Yeah, kind of by definition. Whether the flesh of gods or death itself, all will be consumed. For she must feed. I mean, you know, I gotta eat too, you know. Can't really fault somebody for doing that. I'm hungry right now that I think about it.
Aureus, forgive me. Let's steer this weapon of deliverance to a worthier servant than I.
You and swords don't have good luck meeting together.
For this crusader, you fail.
It's interesting the FMV has problems with frame pacing. Alright, Hallowed Knight, a stalwart knight whose loyalty to the cleric and the Hallowed Sentinels is matched only by their determination to destroy Adyr and Rogar, a class focused on physical prowess bolstered by radiance. Ujdrangar Warwolf, hardened champion of the land of Ujgar, who has proven themselves worthy of their people's honored rank of Warwolf by completing their requisite ancient trial, one which few survive, a devastating but lightly armored class driven by raw strength for good or ill. Partisan, a dutiful Mornstead fighter whose sorrow at the ruination of their kingdom by occupying forces only fuels their defiant struggle in its name, whether fighting up close with their steel flail or from range with a crossbow, a strong and dependable all-around class. That means we're never picking them. Mornstead Infantry, a seasoned Mornstead foot soldier whose time in the mud and blood and tumult of battle taught them the value of agility, speed, and keeping the enemy at a distance, a class for those who favor dexterity and light defense over strength and bulkier armor. Right, so the Dex class. Blackfeather Ranger, a member of the elite band of rangers who patrol the forest of the fief of Kinringer, or Kingringer, before a terrible curse born of grief lay waste to their home. An accessible class ideal for those who prefer versatility over a more focused approach. I don't really... Okay. Exile Stalker, a former Imperial assassin, their downfall and subsequent banishment from their homeland has made of them a nomadic cutthroat, killing swiftly and efficiently for nothing more than coin. A challenging class to master, but also a lethally effective one. Advanced class, no thanks. Orion Preacher, a wandering preacher whose unshakable faith in the divine will of Aureus guides their way while they spread his holy light. Physically vulnerable class reliant on radiance, whether for protection or searing the sinful flesh of heretics. No thanks. Spirit Cultus, a fervent worshipper of Adyr who has sworn to see the natural order finally restored and humanity's one true god return to his rightful place as their ruler. A high-risk class reliant on proficiency in Inferno. No thanks. Condemned, a wretched prisoner who has suffered indescribable torments, whether there was ever any truth in their guilt or not. A class for those who would rage at fate and throttle adversity with unflinching blood-soaked hands. No thanks. I guess we're picking Warwolf. What's the Warwolf staff? What's their staff? Or stats? Strength. So we got what? 16, 10, 13, 10. This is 12, 8, 15, 11. And this is all around her. So we'll go for the Warwolf. Got body types. Okay. Bulky and feminine. We got a nice little character customizer. Practically a ghost there. Oh my goodness. Glow in the dark. At least you can see the face a little bit more now. Well, the changes are so sudden. It's not like it's a little bit of change. Facial tattoos? No. I like how it's large, right? Kind of got a little extra there. And the muscular is just some lines painted on you. Yeah, wow. I'm... How about large? Not ghost-like, thank you. Why don't you with a little bit of girth? Okay, let's do it. Yes, the mighty Rudiger werewolf. Meowmurai. Meow meow meow. Oh, hey, Slakamo. We're just going to try out Lords of the Fallen, the 2023 version.
Lo,
It's on sale,
latest receiver of his grace.
and I haven't played it.
Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon. Your flesh has been made sacrosanct with the mark of the Dark Crusaders. Prove yourself worthy of this gift. Seek me in the bowels of the bridge. Our work is
Yeah,
of the
I mean, well, I
greatest
mean, it's new to me.
import.
And it's kind of nice to play a Unreal Engine 5 game. We've seen a lot more of them come out now that the engine's been out for a while, and, you know, games take a couple of years to make. And apparently they poured a lot of changes into this to make it much more palatable. Alright, that camera is way too slow. Yes, I would like for this to move at more than a snail's pace. Okay, maybe a little fast. Okay, I think that works. It's got some weird hiccuping here and there. Let's see. Trigger buttons, huh? Light attack, heavy attack. Okay, we got a lot of fine detail. There's just all sorts of geometry going on here. Innervated vigor skull. Okay. Now I have to figure out what the innervated means. Okay, R3 to lock on a target, right stick to move between targets. Pretty standard stuff. Like to see that though. It's got a big meaty swing. Makes sense for the class. Yeah, these Unreal Engine 5 games, let me tell you. You can definitely see why they take a long time to make. Let's see, do I have to consume stamina when I'm running? Yes, I do. While sprinting, press A to jump. Okay, you have to sprint to jump. Oh, apparently not good at that. Yeah, the frame rate's really stable, and I'm kind of surprised. Okay, the jumping is hard. I did not think the jumping would be this hard. Yeah, well, it's more like a hop. I wouldn't really call that a jump. Let's see, dash and roll. When locked onto target, press B to dash quickly around the enemy. Double tapping B, you can roll out of danger. Right. Do. And do. I see. Yeah, well, the animation's really smooth. Of course, it's running at a pretty high frame rate, too. Inventory. Open inventory with... okay, doesn't even tell you how to do that. Select the slot you want to modify with A and equip the available gear with A. Assuming it's the start button, yes. Okay, we have a sword and a axe. Ranged combat. Press up on the D-pad to select ranged combat mode. Press left trigger to use the equipped long-range weapon or sorcery catalyst. All ranged attacks consume either ammunition or mana. Different ammunition types and spells have different costs. Okay. For bows and crossbows and throwables, keep left trigger pressed to stay in ranged mode. The quick access menu shows how to switch between ammunition types. Push the right button for a quick shot and right trigger to aim down the sights. While locked on to an enemy, both are quick shots. For catalysts, keep left trigger pressed to stay in ranged mode. The quick access menu shows which button to press in order to cast each spell. Assign spells to each button through the equip menus. Do I even have a ranged weapon? Oh, I guess the axe is a ranged weapon. Okay. wooden cross. Okay, we can use our little ghost lamp to see the alternate world here. It's kind of cool. It happens all in real time. You got something to say, right? Moss indicate points of interest in Umbral. Select your Umbral lamp with down and left trigger to use Umbral. Do now. Umbral entity prevents your progress. Okay, how do we get rid of you, Mr. Umbral entity? Looks like you got a little vein here. Goes all the way through. Okay, all attacks can be combined to create unique combos, including both melee and ranged. Additionally, melee stances can be switched dynamically with Y to access a wider variety of attacks. Experiment with equipping different melee and ranged weapons to create unique playstyles. Okay. So that's two-handed, and then we have one-handed. Healing. The Sanguinix is your primary healing tool and recharges automatically upon reviving. It can be accessed in the quick access items and activated using X. Other consumables are found in your quick access items. Select one with the right or left on D-pad and use it with X. You can assign any consumables to your quick access items through the inventory. Let's see, emerge from Umbral, huh? Okay, so you have to phase in between each style. Select your Umbral lamp with down and raise it with left trigger. Rift by holding X to transition to Umbral. Beware, you can only exit Umbral at specific points. Okay. You can enter anywhere, but you can only exit at specific points. interesting. So I have to hold this. Okay, it's gonna take a little getting used to. Press right R3 to lock onto them. Select your umbral lamp with down and raise left trigger. And the soul flay the locked on target with right trigger. So hold the lamp. Oh wait, hold the lamp. Okay, well, seems unnecessarily complicated, but okay. Lock onto enemy with right stick. Use your umbral lamp and left trigger, then right trigger to soul flay. While an enemy soul is exposed, attack it to apply wither damage. Attack a withered enemy to inflict a large amount of damage. I don't know why the start button is constantly being pushed. something about the way the interface is interacting with my controller makes it keep pushing the start button. I'll have to figure out why it's doing that. Soul flaying an enemy's soul consumes a soul flay charge. Select your umbral lamp. Okay, oh boy, it really keeps... Want to hammer that into how to use your umbral lamp. Siphon enemies and blisters with right trigger, or with right button. Siphoning also provides additional withered health and gathers the vigor left by enemies in the area. Okay, so we can grab this stuff too, huh? Oh boy, there's lots of different meters I must keep track of in this game. Your health receives wither when entering umbral or performing certain actions with your umbral lamp. Withered health can be recovered by damaging enemies. However, you will lose it all instantly if you are struck. Okay, a little risk reward, I guess. How often you have the time to do all this winding up, you know? Yeah, boy, the lamp has there's a lot you have to do with the lamp. I guess that's the whole selling point of the game, is switching between the two different dimensions. It's weird it didn't completely take him out. It just harmed him, just a slight. enemy soul flame, they can be pushed in any direction. I mean, it's a ton of detail everywhere. Prolonged periods in Umbral make your presence increasingly known to its inhabitants. The longer you spend in Umbral, the more dangerous the beings who haunt you. Yeah, I mean, boy, it really throws everything at you in the beginning. I guess they kind of want to get the tutorial part of the game over with. It's like, don't stay in Umbral too long, but the exit is not close. So I guess you kind of have to rush sometimes? I don't know. Wonder how much of that will play into the gameplay. Emergence effigies with A to merge from Umbral to transition to Axiom. I don't know why the start button keeps getting hit. It's so weird. Left and right to kick. Okay, kicking doesn't really kill. It just sort of shoves them. Select your Umbral lamp. To traverse paths only accessible through Umbral. Left and right trigger simultaneously form a multi-hit attack. Okay, I don't really get it. First one I switch between one-handed and two-handed. Melee stances can be switched dynamically between attacks to create unique combos. Ah, I see. It wasn't working in the two-handed mode. We were just here. Or it seems like we were just here. I just went in a big circle. Yeah, this is looking pretty familiar. Okay, at least you can run fast. And actually your walking speed is pretty fast too. It's kind of faster than a normal Souls-like. Oh man, that's a lot to figure out. I probably am not going to memorize how to do all that stuff. Hopefully you don't have to do too much of that umbral stuff, too much with the umbral lamp and sticking it in everybody's face. Vestiges mark places where previous lamp bearers fell. Once activated, they serve as points of revival should you die in umbral. Activation vestiges can be warped between and used to beckon other lamp bearers for a multiplayer. Okay, interesting. Okay, so that's our grace point or whatever. Great character. Okay, I don't have enough. Yeah, it's an awful pretty game. Block by holding left button. Beware of blocking enemy attacks. Withers your health. Strike enemies to restore your withered health. However, you will lose it all instantly if you are struck. Parry attacks by pressing left button just before the impact to receive less wither damage and deliver high posture damage to the enemy. An enemy's posture is reduced by any attack, each with its own posture damage. So experiment with all weapons and attack types. Once posture is depleted, stagger the enemy with a charged heavy attack, a parry, or a kick. Okay, deliver a grievous strike to a staggered enemy with right button. Okay. I see they don't really let you practice. This is your life and death battle where you learn you learn the controls. Okay, do I lose my souls or whatever they call it in this game? Umbral peanut butter or whatever. Looks like yes. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not super generous on the parry, but, you know, it's manageable. Oh boy, what's going on now? You're gonna fight a bird now? Oh, you are, okay.
Give me that lamp.
You know, you can ask for the lamp. Huh, can't lock onto it.
Give me that lamp.
I can't lock on. That's super weird. Oh, okay, I'm supposed to die. I was like, how are you supposed to fight this thing? Oh, you're not supposed to die. It's weird, it wouldn't let me lock on. I'm not really sure how I'm supposed to strike it. Uh-huh, vigor recovery after death. Yeah, go pick up your souls. What's this? I have to pick up my lamp too? Oh, should I follow the... I guess I should follow these things. We're going to end up someplace I'm not supposed to be. Umbral parasites can symbiotically merge with other creatures, protecting them or granting them enhanced powers. Stick your umbral lamp and find the parasite. Siphon parasites with right button to destroy them. Oh, did I avenge myself? Is that what happened? I have no idea what just happened. Select your umbral. Okay, and then go into the rift.
I always wondered if there were others. You're probably thinking that lamp's just a tool to be used as you see fit. Take it lightly, and you'll find it's the other way around. Mark my words. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. But since it seems Adyr has you marked, making you a bigger threat to the Rogar serves us both. I've defied the wills of gods and kings. If you know any kind of freedom, you'll do the same. If you know any...
What, they don't even let you level up, huh? I guess it'll be a while. Fragments of past events, often traumatic, which occurred in Axiom, can appear in the Umbral Realm as stigmatas. Select your Umbral Lamp, and then go into the rift with X. Then lock onto this stigmata with your rights with R3. Select the Umbral Lamp and do a Soul Fly with L, L2, and R2.
Sentinels! To the crypt! Fall back! Fall back!
No! Wait! Where are you going? Help us!
Oh. Yeah, what was ranged combat? Something like that? Yeah, I mean, this will definitely take some getting used to. I mean, there's like so much you have to keep track of. They just really made it like fairly complex. I mean, by comparison, something like Elden Ring or Dark Souls is a much simpler game. And I wouldn't say those games are necessarily easy to figure out for the average gamer. This is like even more so. Like I said, there's definitely more to dig into. This is where I came from. Yeah, I definitely don't understand everything right away. But why don't we stop it there? This is meowmurai. You've been watching Lords of the Fallen 2023, running on PC. I will say it's a very beautiful game. I mean, it looks amazing. Even though it's kind of like narrow paths that look really good, and not kind of more open spaces. I think that's perfectly acceptable, though. The gameplay is fast and responsive. That's also good about that. I like the animation and the sounds. Pretty good. But boy, they just added like lots of layers of additional gameplay with the other dimension and with the lamps, and then absorbing the lamps and having two different. You have a health bar and a withered health bar. I think it's just going to take a little getting used to. I think the more I play it, then the more sense it'll make. Not all the stuff is really clicking with me, but that's okay. It's okay to have a deeper game that you learn versus a shallow game that maybe you get bored of. We'll play more tomorrow, and hopefully things will kind of make more sense as we play. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream, and have a good night, Slackmo.